Hey everybody, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by and digging into the card pile. Just going through some boxes and some cards, and was going through a nice little pile of cards, and come across something back from my childhood, and it's this card right here. This 1978 Topps Reggie Jackson most home runs in the World Series 1977 record breaker card. And this is there's one other card too that I know I kept, but this comes from the very first pack of cards I was able to get as a kid. I was 7 years old, and my mother and I were walking to the convenience store to grab some butter, milk, and a newspaper. And just so happened, she had, I think it was either 20 or 25 cents, but she had a quarter and an extra quarter, and she's like, hey, go ahead and grab a pack of baseball cards, because we'd been talking about the previous night's game or previous day's game when the Cubs played, and I believe it was the Astros, and the Cubs won, and my favorite player, Bill Buckner, I think he had 2 hits and like 3 RBI or something like that. I can't really remember, but I know he had a really good game, and he was my favorite player. And so we're talking about that on the way walking to the store, and she had the extra 25 cents, and she's like, hey, go ahead and grab a pack of cards. And I bought a pack of Topps. Didn't open them right then and there at the store. Here's the back. You can read that while I'm jibber jabbering. So we left the store, we get back to the house, and my grandparents lived about a block and a half away, straight down the street. And so I remember jumping on my big wheel, putting my pack of cards in my pocket, and riding down there to my grandparents' house to show my grandparents the pack of cards I got. It's my first cards. I was super pumped. And so I opened it up, and this was the second card. The first card, I believe, was Jeff Zahn. I think he played for the Cubs at one time, but that had the gum stain on it. But this was the next card under there. And it was my first big hit. I hit gold, I'd like to say. Reggie Jackson, I remember watching the previous year's World Series, and he just was phenomenal. It was the first time I had watched the World Series, especially on television. I mean, I heard it on the radio many a time. Well, not many a time, but I heard it on the radio a bunch. And but we watched the World Series at my grandparents' house. I think I caught 3 games. And I just remember every game that I happened to catch, Reggie Jackson was the man. And so to get Reggie Jackson in my first pack of cards was awesome. And then to get Bill Buckner in that same pack, he was like 2 cards later. But this was the first one I seen, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just still reeling over the World Series that had happened. And it was my first vivid memory of baseball, really, was the World Series. And then getting this card was awesome. And this is the original card from the pack. I remember taking it home and putting it in a shoebox, my first pack of cards. And then luckily I was able to get some here and there over the summer. And by the time Christmas came, I got one of those. I don't know if you remember the old school card boxes that looked like a sports locker. They were like blue. They had like a red handle. I don't know if you remember those. I'm showing my age there. But anyway, put that in there after the shoebox. I had several cards by then, and I just always made sure I took care of this one and the Bill Buckner card. The Bill Buckner card is with my Bill Buckner cards. He's got his own special spot. But I figured you'd enjoy checking this out. This was from my first pack of baseball cards I was ever able to get. And I think I kept it in pretty good shape. It's off center and all that, but I took care of my cards. I always have. Through the years, whether we moved or my older brother happened to mess with stuff, I've lost a lot of things or misplaced a lot of things. Clothes, pictures, other mementos, what have you, knickknacks, you name it. I've probably lost it or what have you, but I always kept real good care of my baseball cards, even as an adult, living a squirrely kind of life in my late teens and 20s. Always made sure I kept good care of these. And it's pretty wild that this is from my very first pack of cards I got when I was a kid. And yeah, I just dig it. I don't know. That's my question to you guys. Do you have any cards from your first pack or your first remembering of buying cards? You know, it may not be your first pack. It just may be the first time you remember grabbing something really cool out of a pack and you saved it. But yeah, this was it. It was pretty cool. I don't know what I did with the other cards. I mean, I kept them obviously, but over the years, I don't know if I penny sleeved them and top loaded them. I'd have to go through more boxes, but I just figured I'd share this little story, and I'm just as surprised as you are that I still have it. But yeah, my first card. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you have your something from your first pack of cards or a memory of your first pack of cards. I think those kind of moments are kind of cool, especially if you're able to remember back on them real fondly and remember what you got or anything like that. I don't know. I'm just talking shit, but I don't know. I just thought I'd make a video to show you that I still had a card from my first pack of cards I got when I was a kid, and one of my first baseball heroes. I mean, it was Bill Buckner, and then it was Reggie. Still to this day, it's in that order. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's just a good looking card. Just a good looking card. Well, let me know if you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. For those that you are subscribed, and those of you haven't, jump on board, man. The boat won't sink. At least I hope not. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. First card, still got it. Thanks.